McAfee and the football players came out. They entered. They pulled up in the parking lot, and they were entering the building, and we went to break. And we come back, and here comes the Undisputed Era. They enter. They're all business. They don't do their normal, cocky entrance and the boom and the whole 9 yards, which I really actually like, especially with people. Adam Cole and the whole 9 yards. I loved that whole thing. But anyway, this is the segment you were talking about. There was something here, right?
I thought this was easily the best thing on the entire show.
Yeah.
I would have done certain things differently, but I'm not taking away from this. I thought it was really good. I thought it was really, really well done.
We're fixing to talk about all the things could have been done differently. This was great performances hamstrung by the worst fucking creative and or conception of this I've ever fucking seen of anything in my life. I have come to realize that Pat McAfee is a great fucking heel. Great fucking his obnoxious attitude, that voice, the promos he cuts, the way he struts around the whole 9 yards.
Great promo.
Great promo, great heel. But he came in and the audience, such as they were, applauded. While the heels are out there going, come on, come on. Well, then he cuts a heel promo on the top heels in the fucking company. McAfee was the biggest heel by a wide margin that I have seen on NXT. He out-heeled every heel they've got here. Which, as he was cutting this promo, at first I wrote he has turned Cole completely raving babyface verbally. But then it went on where he was belittling him while he was standing there. And by the time he was finished, because Flair didn't get this much promo time. McAfee went forever. And I said by the end of this, if Cole doesn't knock him out and leave him laying there, Adam Cole is deader than Kelsey's nuts. Because he belittled him standing there long enough, right? That you got to do something. And I see how they sold this to Cole and or the creative team sold this to all the talent involved. Well, it wouldn't be hard to sell to McAfee. He came in, got over and left. But what the fuck? Cole goes to answer and security guys come in because they walk next to each other. Remember, we've established on this program people can be attacked, kidnapped, and thrown in the trunk of cars, have their eyeballs pulled out, sodomized with rusty fishing knives. Nobody comes out. But Adam Cole walks from the corner to the middle of the ring to confront Pat McAfee, and 4 security guards come in to stop him. You with me so far?
Yeah.
So he beats up the 4 security guys. And in a nice way. It was done he pushed one into the other. They fed him well, the super kick, the boom, boom, boom. He dispatches 4 security guards. Then the football players jump in. Well, now the Undisputed Era jumps in and they all stand there. But then they back up and Cole steps up and gets in Pat McAfee's face and says, Saturday night or whatever the fuck, I'm going to make you my bitch. And then the Undisputed Era walked out. If everything that happened had happened up to the point, because they've turned Adam Cole babyface, and by process of elimination, they've turned the Undisputed Era babyface also.
Yeah.
If they don't realize they've done this, they're complete idiots and don't need the jobs that they have. If this was accidental and they didn't know it was going to happen, they're complete idiots and don't need the jobs they have. So I'm assuming they did this on purpose because now the Undisputed Era is supposed to be the top babyface group because that's what they fucking got. So, considering that, Adam Cole should have stood there and taken that entire tongue lashing. And when Pat McAfee was finished, he should have walked up far enough to be in mid-ring where he said his last word, which he was, and fucking threw his microphone down. And Adam Cole should have come out with one super kick and knocked him colder than a banker's heart. Right there, graveyard dead in the middle of the ring. and the football players hit, and the goddamn Undisputed Era fucking hit, and the Era and the football players have a little fucking skirmish, but goddamn the football players bail out and pull McAfee out by his feet, where he could be on the fucking floor shaking his head and coming back to fucking life and look up in the ring at wide eyes and hold his jaw, where then Adam Cole could say the same thing. Saturday night, I'm going to make you my bitch because my kick is better than your kick. Music, break, boom, out. You've once again made the wrestler look like a gutless pussy. If he was a heel and the other guy was a babyface, he could have taken the tongue lashing and chickened out. But with the fucking situation reversed, Pat McAfee took a knife, cut Adam Cole's dick and balls off, shoved them down his fucking throat, and made him swallow them, and Adam Cole did fuck all about it. So you people are fucked in the fucking head, whoever's in charge of this goddamn fiasco. You have just buried your wrestler for the sake of a part-time football player who's a better heel than anybody on your fucking roster. Because I hate him instantly. Why did they? What was that all about? How could you expect that to be a thing that would? I don't care now. At first, I didn't care about seeing the fight because Adam Cole was a heel and so was McAfee. So there was nobody to root for, nobody to cheer for, nobody to want to see win. Then halfway through it, Cole was a babyface enough that I say, you know what? I want to see Adam Cole knock this motherfucker out. And by the time it was over with, no, if he's just going to stand there and take that fucking talking to and fucking walk off, fuck you, you fucking pussy. I want somebody with some balls. 7 minutes. And they turned their top heel babyface and then killed him off. Deader than 4 o'clock. Deader than a plate full of piss.
Hey, here's a question for you.
Please ask it.
What were the names of the football players that came out with Pat McAfee?
I don't fucking know. Right? I mean, they said them, but I don't know who the fuck they are.
Say them?
They said them when they were walking in the parking lot. They said, oh, there's somebody from the Super Bowl and this. And I don't know who any football players are, so I don't give a shit.
I know who the big stars in football are. I had no idea. I missed that part where they said
well,
they
names. I don't even know whether they were current football players. I think they're former football players. But I don't know any football players anyway. But the point is, they didn't push these football players as being stars or tough. They just, all the wrestlers are supposed to back up from them because they're football players. What the fuck? If it's a fucking work, then the wrestlers back up from the football players at the football game, but the football players back up from the wrestlers on the wrestling show. If it's a shoot and the wrestler knows what he's doing, he'll stretch the fucking football player in 30 seconds and stick his toes in his ears. And as we know, when you have your toes stuck in your ears, you're in a horrible position. So this didn't make sense on either one of the goddamn levels, work or shoot.
They're baby faces now, right? I mean, I'm watching him at ringside. I'm watching him insult Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, and I'm like, they have to be the baby faces now.
Well, they are. That's what I'm saying. They are. It's undisputed that they are the baby faces. The question is whether they meant to do this or not. And if they did, then why did they bury Adam on the way out? Turn him babyface and then punk him out?
Well, here's another question for you. Pat McAfee, obviously a football player, probably better known at this point for being a podcaster and a media personality. He's apparently been training with Rip Rogers for a period of time, or at least he was.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, yes. Well, he did, I know, for a while, because then I remembered after all this happened, because it's been a while, that Pat McAfee was the fucking, because he played for Indianapolis, correct? That's up the road from Seymour, so he was training with Rip because he's local. And so I'm pretty sure if Rip trained him, he's probably going to have a pretty good fucking match with Adam Cole.
But that's the question. You have this outsider coming in to have a match with the guy who's been the top star on the company, or on the brand, I guess, for over a year. should he be wrestling like a wrestler? Should he be able to go in there and outwork or work as good as a wrestler?
Well, he's not going to go in there and outwork him whether he tries to or not.
You understand my point.
Yes, but no, that's the thing. If Rip taught him anything, I'm sure Rip trained him how to do wrestling moves if he wanted to be a wrestler. But if Rip taught him anything about how to think, he will go out and wrestle like a football player. There'll be a heavy emphasis on the fucking shoulder tackles and the dropping down in the 3-point position. And because he was a kicker, the punt and all the other stuff and everything. But no, I'm pretty sure he's probably going to want to go out and do wrestling stuff, that's specious logic on its own. But if Rip trained him, at least it probably won't stink and Cole can get something out of it. I don't know he's ever been in front of people before.
Without having seen him wrestle yet, just based off his promo, if he's a heel on this show every week, I'd sign up for that.
I would watch, yes.
Yeah, he's really good.
But then again, here's another thing. Now you got another great fucking budding talent that the creative won't know what to do with. They'll probably book him and treat him like a babyface, the most obnoxious personality they've got on their television. They'll probably make him a babyface because he's a football player. Oh, he's a football player. People all over the world will respect him. Anyway.
People in Europe go, who? What?
Yeah, what?
What do you mean football?
He doesn't play soccer.